Hello, children of class 12. Today, I'm not going to teach you anything, but I'm going to, talk with you or interact with you about the exercise that I have given, I think, two sessions before. Okay, like if you remember, or if you take out your exercise books, I guess you had made an attempt to solve that small exercise I gave you consisting of 10 sentences, and the exercise was termed Game of Words. Okay, children, so let's check whether you are correct or not. Now, sentence number one. The sentence number one was, the choice is between glorious death and shameful life. The answer will be, the choice is between glorious death or shameful life. Okay, so instead of and, you have to use or. Why? Because the word in the sentence, there is a clue in the word in the sentence. Which word? That is choice. When there is a choice, you have to choose between two things, right? So death or life. That's it. So now let's come to sentence number two. Both Harry as well as his father were present. Now, the correct answer is, both Harry and his father were present. When there is both, you cannot use as well as. Okay, so when you are not using both, then you use Harry as well as his father were present. Okay, so when we are starting with both, we have to omit the phrase or the conjunctional phrase as well as. Okay, number three. Number three is very easy. I think most of you could do it. Though he is hardworking, but he cannot pass this year. So when you are using though, you have to keep it, independent. So when there is though in a sentence, you cannot add its companion conjunction but. Okay, so when you are using though, or when you are beginning a sentence with though, you have to write like this: though he is hardworking, comma, he cannot pass this year. So we are omitting but in the sentence. Now, sentence number four. He had scarcely reached his home than it began to rain. Okay, the rule goes that when you are having the word scarcely, the sentence will be like, he had scarcely reached his home when it began to rain. So instead of than, we use when. Okay, so that's it. Let me repeat the sentence once more. He had scarcely reached his home when it began to rain. And there should be no comma. It should be a straight and direct sentence beginning with he, ending with rain, and you just punctuate with a full stop at the end. Number five. Number five is, walk slowly lest you should not fall. Okay, so there is a word lest. Okay, so when you are using the word lest, you should not be using the negative word not. Okay, so it will be walk slowly lest you should fall. So not must be omitted. So the word not has to be omitted. So walk slowly lest you should fall. The not is understood. Okay, so you must not fall. So when you're using should, then you omit not. Number six. I am going to cut my hair. Okay, so if you are saying that to anyone, you should be saying it, or you are saying it wrongly. So how should you say it? You should say it like, I'm going to have my hair cut. So you have to introduce the word have. So the sentence will be like, I'm going to have my hair cut. Okay. Next time you're telling about cutting your hair, please remember. Number seven. I hear that he is not so rich. Now, this sentence seems to be incomplete. So rich, like whom? So rich, that he cannot do something, or what? So when you are using so, it actually is used to complete it with that, or it is used in comparison to someone else. He is not so rich as me, or he is not so rich as him, like that. Okay, but here it is beginning with I hear. So when you are beginning with this and you're ending with rich without any comparison with anyone, or without anything to go along with the sentence, you should not be using the word so. So the sentence will be, I hear that he is not very rich. So must be replaced with very. So we have done 7 sentences. Now let's go to the 8th one. Besides being a lawyer, he is also a politician. Okay, now this is an often written incorrectly. This is the way you talk, this is the way you write. Now what is the significant mistake in this? You have to omit also, because along with besides you never use also. Okay, remember children? So besides being a lawyer, he is a politician. So we omit the word also. Number 9. I wish I was as good as him. Okay, so when in a sentence, when you are using wish or desire or what you want, you possibly cannot use was with I. You have to write like this: I wish I were as good as him. So were instead of was. Now the 10th sentence. Okay, the 10th one says, once a year he would visit the old mansion. Okay, so we are not saying it properly or writing it properly when we write would. Okay, so once a year he, what? It would be, without using the word would, we can use the simple past of visit, and that is once a year he visited the old mansion. Okay, so when he was here he would do that. That kind you can write. When she was 10 years old, he would often, or she would often dance all around the house, okay, or jump all around the field. So, but here we don't have that kind of a sense. So once a year he visited the old mansion. Thank you, children, for this interaction that we have. Now please be careful and check your answers. Okay.